Song by Suzanne Roulette. Characters: Carmen Elisa Cancel reading Maria Reyes Solis, a Mexican farm worker. Ana Ribeiro reading Temor, her nemesis. Michael Mantillo reading Raimundo Reyes Solis, Maria's son. René Petrofes reading Sister Margaret Helen Dunn, a nun at St. James's Parish. Colin Campbell reading Father Vincent Cardenas, the priest at St. James's Parish. Daniel Michael Perez reading Gabriel Garcia, an immigration lawyer. David Bonfim reading Jose Gonzalez, the church groundskeeper. And Talia Romina reading stage directions. Time, 2006. Setting, St. James's Church, Belle Glade, Florida. Scene 1. Searchlights and sirens tear through the night. We hear, "Hands above your head! Hands above your head!" And then, "Do you have papers? Do you have papers?" Numerous M4s lock and load. Suddenly, a lone moonbeam of light. Underneath it, Maria holds Raimundo. Both are in pajamas. They are rooted to each other and to the ground. Their feet are roots. Maria holds up her hand. She opens her mouth but cannot utter a sound. M4 muzzles and circle prepare. Scene 2. A community room in a church. Maria and Raimundo sleep. Temor waits for Maria to wake. Maria, sensing something, begins to stir. As Maria wakes, Temor recedes. Maria rises from her cot and goes to the kitchen. She pours herself a water.
Tomorrow will come soon.
They came, sister. Many, many, more and more.
I know.
To the camp in the middle of the night.
It was a matter of
In our
time
beds.
before the ICE agents were going to come.
Like animals. Like back in Mexico.
This is not home. This is not home, Maria. This is not like home.
I was like a dog. With the dogs over me, with the hot breath, breathing on me.
You're safe now.
I was quiet. I was quiet for hours. That is how we get here.
You are safe.
I was quiet for hours and I don't want to...
I know. It is scary.
Father Cardenas, is he...
He's here.
Will he want me to go?
I don't know.
Will he...
I don't know how he will be. We talked about this.
But you say to come.
As you should.
And you say to come and I come.
Yes. But we talked about this. This is a tough situation. We will be on TV.
I come here for Raimundo.
I know. It's scary.
I come here for Raimundo.
But I'd like you to think about it. You will be on TV.
Just for Raimundo.
A siren interrupts. Raimundo shoots up in his bed.
I saw the light.
They're here! They're here, Mommy! They're here again!
Shh, mijo, no.
We are gonna go again?
No, mijito. No, we stay here.
I don't wanna go again!
Look at me, Raimundo. Look at me. You're safe now. You're safe.
The sirens pass.
Maria, I asked Jose to come. He works here. He works here. He works the ground. He landscapes.
I thought there was a fire.
I couldn't tell you.
This is not a fire.
This will be very, very hot.
You didn't tell me.
I needed you to come. There will be many people outside with vans and signs and microphones and satellite dishes. I need you.
You know, they'll be
And
looking.
we'll get to that tomorrow.
The government will be looking for her.
Maria is in plain sight.
You let us stay?
Get some sleep.
You say it's okay.
Get some sleep.
We are going to be okay?
Please, Maria, sleep.
Father Cardenas will be upset.
We will talk in the morning.
This will be big.
We will talk.
The reporters will be here.
We will take it one step at a time.
The reporters will be here. They will bring in riffraff.
Everybody will be here. Get some sleep. We all need it.
Scene 3. The sun streams through a window. As it grows stronger, so does the din of a crowd. At first, it is an angry crowd, then angry dogs, then back to an angry crowd. Low at first, then growing increasingly louder. Maria checks for her shoes, her bag, just in case. The song strengthens. News vans roll up, energizing the crowd. Maria fixes Raimundo's covers. The sun, now bright in the sky, streams through the church window. In the office, Sister Margaret and Father Cardenas watch the news. Cardenas holds the phone.
I can explain.
Please, sister.
She was at the door.
I thought we had an understanding.
She was banging.
We agreed we would work together.
He is on the phone.
Tell the Archbishop I need to speak with him immediately.
She
He
was
is on
in
hold.
fear of her life.
We talked about this. Her grace period is over. They will be looking for her.
She will convince them.
They will be looking for her.
They know where she
We
is.
talked about this.
They corral them up
They herd us into
like
trucks.
animals. They drive them to a
We
detention.
talked about this.
He won't let you stay.
I work hard.
This is not El Salvador, sister.
But you're going to speak.
Not El Salvador.
I just work.
I don't see the difference.
I work hard for my son.
Sister, there are laws.
They gave you a bag and a baggage order.
I say I am here.
They gave you a bag and a baggage order.
I tell them I am here.
They are looking for a fugitive.
The press will be looking for a statement.
I am not hiding.
A statement as soon as I hear from the Archbishop.
Will you say anything to him?
I say I am here. I say it to
Mr. Garcia should be here within the hour.
After he introduced the CNN,
CNN.
He should be here within the hour. He was very vocal about his support for you regarding driver's licenses for migrants.
I saw.
He was with you, Father.
I said there needed to be discussions. He wanted me to come out and support.
He's looking to renew Maria's sponsorship.
Why would Senator Franklin renew his sponsorship?
I work hard.
I don't want a problem.
I work hard for my son.
Listen to this.
Listen to this.
Listen to you.
Tell her she has to leave.
I told them I was here.
She cannot stay.
You have to go.
The Archbishop has not said
And what if the Archbishop says she can stay?
You think the bishop will let you stay?
Lulak will want her to speak.
They need to face the issue.
She is not the problem,
You have to
Father.
go.
Go!
The Feast of the Assumption is this Sunday.
She is one of many being
In this
separated.
parish,
You have to.
Go!
Jose is not to let anyone in or out. Is that clear?
You have.
He is to check everyone. I want everyone checked.
I said go!
Scene 4. Community room in a church. Maria works on baskets for the Feast of Assumption, occasionally looking at the screen on her computer. Raimundo holds up a Lego warship. He makes it fly, complete with sound effects.
Do your work, a trabajar. Do your work, and we play later. We play later. But you have to do your work. You have to keep up with the numbers. Go. Anda. The numbers. Pluses and minuses.
Maria goes back to her baskets, the ding of incoming email.
She risks herself when she takes me to school.
Swoosh,
They have been separated.
swoosh,
I haven't seen my husband in years.
swoosh.
Can you
By now-
come speak?
And clicks,
Can you come speak?
and clicks. No connection. Maria inspects her computer. The warship circles. Finally, it is time for the Lego warship to engage its enemies, and it does so.
Run! Pew, 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 do, do.
Raimundo!
Jose, replete with tool belt, enters, putting an abrupt stop to the fight. He disappears into the bathroom. He fixes the toilet. Maria glares Raimundo back to his desk. Raimundo puts the ship down and picks up his pencil. Maria takes the Lego warship and parks it by her computer. Maria, engrossed, does not see Jose. As he walks over to the computer, she tries to cover the screen. A moment.
Necesito un cable.
Está bien.
I'll get one.
Mommy, that man is mean. He's big and mean. Big and mean. Big and mean like Shh. Every day we see him
Sister Margaret enters with a book.
We gonna see him every day for years and years. We gonna look out this window and hear him
Shh. Sister, I have worked on the baskets.
I see. Thank you.
Raimundo spies the book.
The conejo.
He grabs it from her.
The rabbit.
Sister, it's
not much.
It's not his birthday.
Not yet.
He do his work now.
You'll have to put that down for a moment. We will read later.
Do your work.
Sister Margaret glances down at his desk. Maria picks up Raimundo's math papers.
34 más 4 son 38. 17 más 6 son 23.
You have to think about his schooling.
He do his work here. He has his books here and his homework, his teachers email me.
But he will have to go to school.
I don't want him out there.
He has to be with others. He will be safe. We will take him in a van.
But the people out there, the Minutemen,
The windows will be black.
they break the,
They won't.
they can break the windows.
He will be protected. He needs to be in school. He has to learn, be with other children.
They will hurt him.
It's too hard for him here. He's alone, he's scared.
Father Cardenas, why he want me to go?
Oh, he doesn't want you to leave.
But he don't want me here.
He just wants peace.
And the bishop,
We've not heard from Archbishop Favalora.
he will make me go.
A long silence eliminates all certainty.
The best option is for you to stay
Mr. Garcia, he coming soon?
within the hour.
Raimundo picks up the book.
Can I read now, sister?
Raimundo, he needs to know.
That I am here now, and this is a church. This is a sanctuary. God, he help us.
Yes, God is with us, but you have to think about his future.
But you say we are safe.
I don't know for how long. I'm not sure if... Maria, I'm asking you to tell him.
They keep asking
I
me.
know.
They keep taking us apart.
Which is why you should speak.
But you don't know we can stay. You say we are safe if we come here, and you say if the men come, we come here.
Yes, you come here. You come here so you can be safe. But I'm one person, Maria, and I cannot tell you what the Archbishop will say.
You say we come here and we will be safe and you will take care of us.
I'm doing the best that I can.
Both.
If I can. And if it's not both of you, then I will make sure Raimundo is taken care of.
I have a son, and I am here, and he is here, and we stay here. I am not,
It's not that simple.
I am not mi madre.
Stop! You need to think. You need to remember about his father.
You think I have to go.
I didn't say that. You need to prepare him in case. In caso. In case you cannot stay.
¿Dónde está
Promise me you'll
Señor
do that.
Garcia?
Prométeme.
You promise me, Mr. Garcia, he will come and he
Father
will get
Cardenas is waiting for you, Desmond, for you. Your cable. There's no connection.
I'll leave you to it.
He fumbles in the back of the computer trying to find the right wire. After one of the misses,
That's not it.
Jose finally gets it right. As the computer reboots,
You see outside? Everybody knows you.
he finishes. He looks at the Lego warship.
You have children?
Those laser cannons go on the front.
Raimundo picks up the ship. Maria paces.
Sister, I don't think
I know you don't approve, Jose.
Her Grace Berry has finished.
I know that, Jose.
She has already received her removal order.
You think it's okay that she be taken from her son?
Sister, it's the law.
Scene 5. Later, evening. Raimundo sleeps. Demora sits in the corner with a guitar. A crack of thunder, or perhaps a crack from a gunshot. Rain falls. A paper floats down. Maria catches it. Music, perhaps, Asturias, begins to play.
Notice to removable alien. A notice to a removable alien. A number. A date.
On April 16th.
You have been issued an order of removal. You have been issued an order of removal. You have been issued an order of removal. A vessel. A departure. A country. A date.
April 16th.
You are hereby ordered. You are hereby ordered to the
Glades County.
Detention center, the Glades County. Detention center, you are.
Papers fall. Maria tries to avoid the papers, but her feet are rooted to the ground. More papers fall. An avalanche of papers burying her.
With brick walls and brick bars and brick floors and brick doors. You are here by orders.
On April 16th, 9:30 a.m. Effective April 16th, 2006. Be there at 9:30 a.m. Completely ready in the day of our Lord, the day of our Savior. In Eastern Standard Time, bold Eastern Standard Time. Bring a bag with you, a single bag, not 2 or 3, a single bag of personal belongings, no more than 44 pounds.
44 pounds of a dilapidated trailer, walking for 10 days in 90-degree heat. 44 pounds of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning on the Bestia, apples and oranges and peaches. 44 pounds of pesticides and fields and buses and binoculars. 44 pounds and no more. 44 pounds and over, and we will go and take it from you.
Maria slashes the papers away.
If you ignore this letter, if you ignore these words, this summons, you'll be a fugitive, a felon, a criminal, a wanted one, arrested. Please appear in person.
Maria continues slashing, swatting the papers away. She uncovers a duffel bag and stuffs herself into it.
So get your things and put them in a bag, completely ready. A single bag, not 2 or 3. A single bag of personal belongings, no more than 44 pounds. 44 pounds of apples and oranges and peaches, of your history, of you. 44 pounds and no more, 44 pounds and over, and we will go and take it from you.
Maria fights her way out of the duffel bag with her pen. She grabs one of the pieces of papers and begins to write, slowly getting herself out of the bag.
I am here
Get your things.
in a church,
Put them in a bag.
200 St. James Road,
A single bag.
Belglade.
A single bag
I am not a fugitive.
of personal belongings.
I say where I am.
No more than 44 pounds.
I say where I am.
A fugitive.
I tell you I am here.
A felon.
A human.
Arrested.
I am a...
Maria resumes writing.
I am at 200 St. James Road at the Church of the Immaculate Conception.
Raimundo's hand grows into roots, fusing him to her. Asturia continues, then fades. The rain continues. Scene 6. Next morning. Sounds of dogs barking turn into crowd sounds, which turn into shouts of support for Maria. In the church office, Cardenas and Gabriel Garcia stand off, perhaps like a matador and a bull. In the community room, Sister Margaret and Raimundo play a game. The bullfight begins.
I'm sure this has been difficult.
Congratulations on your interview with CNN.
We wish you'd been there.
The phone has been busy,
How is she?
as expected. This has been a grueling night for her.
I'd like to see her.
I'd like to be sure we are on the same page.
I thought we were.
I'm asking that we take this slowly.
We don't have much time.
Well, we know what happened last time when the issue was pushed.
Father, you and I both felt that driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants
As
was...
I said, we don't need to push it.
The Archbishop has not given you a response. He's not giving you a call. That means that the church just wants her to...
I wouldn't jump to.
They want her to leave.
I didn't say that. Look, We are just trying to follow protocol here, Gabriel, and wait for the word from the diocese.
And what will he say?
The Archbishop is a spokesman for the diocese.
You're pleading ignorance?
Maria must be prepared for that possibility.
I don't understand.
It's not up to me.
You stood there in line with me, okay, in front of the Capitol.
We are not serving her if we do not make her aware of her reality.
She came here.
We are close.
She came here.
Like I said, we are close.
She must have felt safe.
We are
You know,
sure.
she must have had a reason. You know, she must have known that she would be safe.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Known that Raimundo would be safe.
Again, you're getting... Miss Solis received her removal order 1 month ago.
I'd like to see her.
You know as well as I do that immigration expects her to report to a center. Sister Margaret has already informed Maria that she will have to leave.
Before her sponsorship assessment.
I'll ask you again. There is a circus out there. You think we can sit here for 1 month, 2 months, 3? Things are getting worse every day. The crowd gets bigger, the story gets bigger, making us out to be worse every day. I'm asking you to exercise discretion with the press.
We're working on getting her sponsorship renewed.
Removal order.
Senator Franklin has shown interest in sponsoring her.
You think Senator Franklin will renew?
And if he does, it'll give us time
For grace
to
period.
legalize her status.
You hear the crowd?
Yeah, I came through the crowd.
They're like vultures.
She's a beacon of hope for them.
What am I supposed to tell my other parishioners?
I can't believe that you're asking.
What am I supposed to tell my other parishioners? What do I tell them?
That you stand with them, that the church supports immigration reform, that...
I'm asking you to understand.
I would like to see Maria,
Gabriel.
my client.
Sister Margaret. I'm asking you to let tension simmer down. This is a powder keg. If you fan these flames, you cannot foresee the damage they're going to cause.
She came here for a reason.
Tell Mr. Garcia you told Maria that she must leave.
No, you couldn't have.
Tell him you told her.
The phone rings.
Tell Mr. Garcia.
I told her there may be a possibility.
A possibility.
The
I'd
phone
like to
rings.
see my client.
The phone rings.
That was an order.
The phone rings again. Cardenas picks up.
Yes. 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 This is Father Cardenas. Your Excellency, yes. Yes, we are looking for a statement on this matter. As you know, it has become a circus.
I know you want her to speak,
She needs to.
but Father has a point.
She and I have spoke about this. We talked about everything that could happen. She knows and she understands.
And if her understanding changes,
I know what it means not to speak. I know the burden, the regret. The explosion has already happened, Mr. Garcia.
Sister Margaret opens the door for Mr. Garcia. She motions for Jose to come to the community room. They enter.
Mr. Garcia. ¿Cómo estás?
Raimundo, do you remember Mr. Garcia?
oh, well, I remember you. You're going to be 8 pretty soon, right?
This week?
Is it okay if Jose takes Raimundo? They'll be right in the next room.
The ship's intake is here. They fire from here. Maybe you can help me?
Sister Margaret gives Jose Raimundo's Legos. They leave and repair on an X-Wing fighter in a pew next to the community room, bonding during their play.
Señor Garcia, gracias por venir. Thank you for coming. I knew you would.
Maria,
We have the sponsorship.
we're working on it.
See,
Maria, we're trying,
I know.
but this is not a sure thing. No es seguro.
Why do you say the same thing as sister?
We are speaking to Senator Franklin.
I cannot go back. No tengo a nadie allá.
We are doing everything we can. Have you thought about Have you thought about, Maria, I know this is difficult, but you need to think about Raimundo's father. El padre del niño. We talked about this before.
Raimundo will be taken care of.
We talked about letting, the father know in case Raimundo stays.
Yeah, he will be taken care of.
So you've contacted the father?
No, he has no father.
We are taking care of it.
You?
He will be taken care of.
But you're not...
I stay here. Here he will go to school and he will make the words.
Maria, where is Raimundo's...
Mr. Garcia, I have power of attorney.
That is why you came.
We will find him a good home.
He heard you?
Did you finish your ship?
Almost. We are working on the dry unit.
Sister, if you will. When were you going to tell me this?
She asked me not to say anything.
Does the family know?
We're calling them back home.
So they don't.
We're calling them. We're making them aware. And we are already talking to families here.
You are not family.
I sat with her during her labor. I held her hand as they induced her. I was at his baptism. She approached me about caring for Raimundo.
But the father has rights.
I'll be glad to show you the papers with her signature.
Father Cardenas, he's okay with this? Sister,
We're trying to contact her family.
Father Cardenas should know.
You want to know where Raimundo's father is, Mr. Garcia? Go and find him. He's out there in Immokalee, Cavendish Field. Go out there. Maybe you'll find him in the field. Or maybe you'll find him behind a shed with another female worker. You think that Father Cardenas wants to know about that? We are her only protection, us. We are trying to contact the family. Is everything...
See, we're fine. Nothing to worry about.
I'd like to stay with my client.
Mr. Garcia, could you please...
If she's in danger...
There is no danger. Just a couple of kids making trouble.
Please, Mr. Garcia.
Jose opens the door and the sounds of the crowd roar in.
Mr. Garcia, please.
Jose shuts the door.
Two young men tried to open the door, the back door. Should I tell Father?
No. I'll let him know.
They almost got in.
I will tell him, Jose. Thank you.
Scene 7. Temor stands behind Raimundo seated in a van with dark windows. The surrounding crowd shouts, barks, and bangs. The barks and bangs eventually become drum beats. Perhaps reggaeton drum beats. Perhaps ominous reggaeton drum beats. The van reverses and the beat continues. Again and again as Raimundo becomes increasingly nervous, barking and drumming and everything in between. Raimundo leaves the van. Temor follows. The crowd eventually morphs into sounds of support for Maria.
He is a big boy. I ask a lot of him. I want him to remember me.
We have not heard from Senator Franklin.
Maria moves to her computer and changes the screen, but not before Sister Margaret spies it.
Lulac, they want you to speak. Your picture is still on the TV.
It don't matter if I'm in Mexico.
Sometimes the Lord gives us crosses we have to bear.
Why do you want Raimundo?
Raimundo will stay here only if you want him to. I do not want to.
So easy for you, sister. You can go out there and say the things that you need to say. But I don't have much and they're going to take everything.
Maria,
But they don't do that to you. You have the clothes and you are a sister.
Maria, I was once...
No. Tell me what you think. Because you don't have a son. And you don't have a family and you have nothing that they can take.
Maria, that's not fair.
Yes, sister. We wait for Mr. Garcia for the sponsorship.
You know, I will support you no matter what you decide.
This girl, She says she is afraid her Bobby will not come back.
Scene 8. Cardenas' office. Evening. There are presents on a table. Jose enters with a Lego Millennium Falcon.
Just like the one my son used to play with. I hung it in his room, right in the upper corner.
Thank you, Jose. Just leave it there. That's a lot of them. What is it, Jose?
I don't know if
Jose?
you know, Sister Margaret. I just want to say I think Sister Margaret should not have the power of...
Power of...
She was telling Mr. Garcia, but I don't think it's right. I know the church is trying to help her, but the boy should go.
Sister Margaret enters with presents.
That's... Thank you, Jose.
They keep leaving them at the door.
She puts them down on the table.
Well, my apologies, am I?
Not at all.
I was just telling Father Cardenas that the sheriff is posting an officer at the back since the
Joe.
church tried to get him back.
I was going to.
Thank you, Jose. That's all.
Sister Margaret starts to wrap her birthday present for Raimundo. Cardenas begins to circle her.
Oh, I just want to make sure it's done. They keep giving him more and more presents.
The Justice Department was here.
They cannot pull her from the church.
The government doesn't recognize the church. The church is not sanctuary. Archbishop Favalora will be giving his answer soon.
You received his statement?
Are you seeking a remedy?
There's still time to reason with the Archbishop.
I am merely the pastor of this church,
You don't want to speak.
and I cannot go over the Archbishop's head.
Is that what it is?
What are you trying to say?
Do you really want to be here, Father?
You need to face the facts. Maria and Raimundo will have to go.
She's taking him with her.
Why wouldn't she, sister?
Well, he's a U.S. citizen. He was born here.
And she's his mother. He needs his family. The father should be legally notified. Even Garcia knows that.
Of course he should be notified. Go ahead. Ask Maria to notify Raimundo's father. Ask.
His family.
Who are in Mexico trying
Has
to get over
a
here.
right.
She wants him to be American.
And he can come back in time.
I was with that boy from day one.
This is not El Salvador.
We can protect him.
This is not the orphanage.
Justice one.
He is not our only child.
We can protect him.
They were not your children.
I didn't speak.
You couldn't save them.
I didn't.
The Salvadoran government was determined.
I didn't speak, and they still came for us.
Determined to clear out the countryside.
If I had spoken...
If you had spoken, those children would surely have been killed.
I never said. I never spoke. I needed to speak. To tell. To say. To let people know the atrocities the rebels were committing. Letters to my family. Everything is all right. Everything's okay. We are doing good work down here. We are helping these people. I didn't help those people. I didn't help those kids. I needed to speak. I needed to say, to tell the world, to let them know those children were being kidnapped, killed, innocent lives lost, and I said nothing. Say something to the Archbishop. Make him realize what is going on.
This is not the same situation.
Do not be silent.
This is not the same situation, sister.
Let's see what Mr. Garcia has to say.
Don't force me to reprimand you. You need to make it clear that she has to leave.
Scene 9. Community room. A TV drones on with the news. Raimundo looks at a book on his desk. Raimundo, fidgety, puts the book down, turning to the Lego.
Después, y entonces puedes leer.
But I don't care how many pints.
You don't want to go to school?
I am in school.
No, I'm saying college. You have to go to school and you'll learn the words and then you can go to college.
But I don't care how many pies are in a quart.
Maria picks up his book.
This is a rabbit.
Yes,
Do you like this rabbit?
he's funny.
Is he a good rabbit? Is he a good rabbit?
It's just some rabbit. He does what he wants. He breaks the rules. He's funny.
Do you think this is good?
I don't know.
Do you like that he breaks the rules?
I don't know.
I don't want to hear I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
What did I just say?
I want to go outside.
You cannot.
We've been here for so long.
There are people outside.
I'm tired of them. They yell all the time yelling me. Tell them to go.
It's not so easy.
Tell them.
Raimundo,
You go, you stupid people. You leave us alone. Go do your homework.
The crowd barks and hisses in response.
How many pints are in a quart? You find that out.
The crowd barks and hisses in response. Maria snatches him away.
I know. I don't want to be here.
the people would get very angry.
Tell them to go.
He begins to throw things around.
Raimundo. Raimundo. They will get angry and hurt us.
I don't want to be here.
Lo siento, mijito, pero... Raimundo estaba un poco agitado, pero está bien ahora.
I just heard.
Está bien. He's young.
I know. I have my own children. I don't want him to get hurt. He needs to be safe. You don't want him to get hurt. We don't want them to get hurt for the things that we do.
Scene 10. Later that afternoon, crowd sounds. The pile of Assumption baskets is high, with roses intertwined. Maria answers her email.
She risks herself when she takes me to school.
Swoosh,
They have been separated.
swoosh,
I haven't seen my husband in years.
swoosh,
So much money on the lawyers.
swoosh,
They told me no Mexicans could sit there.
swoosh.
My dad just disappeared.
Maria, Father wants to speak with you.
Maria sees the phone off the hook. She tries to leave. Sister Margaret stops her.
I don't want to.
It's okay.
Maria, they need to know.
No quiero.
Your family needs to know.
Papi, he just tell me to come home.
You have to speak to him.
Maria picks up the phone.
Papi, ¿cómo estás? You have heard. ¿Te han dicho lo que ha pasado? On the TV, sí. Sí. No, Rodrigo. No sé dónde estás. I don't know where he is. He is no good. He takes the drugs. No sé dónde está. Raimundo. No importa. It no matter. It's until he is a man. I say no. No. Do you hear me, Papi? Yo digo que no. No, he will not grow up and see me. He will think I am like Mommy. No. I am not like Mommy. I take care of my son. You know I don't want to come home. No quiero ir. And don't bring him home.
Maria hangs up the phone.
Maria,
No.
Sister Margaret.
I'm sorry.
Sister Margaret, do you mind?
I know this is hard.
Sister Margaret. Have lots of emails.
Sí, yes.
They want you to speak?
So many people, this never ends.
You're right. He has a big problem. Doesn't seem to be dying down out there.
Yes.
How's Raimundo?
Está bien, he is good.
He must miss school.
He do his work here.
But his old school, he must miss all his teachers, his playmates. Do you think it's right to keep him here?
Sisters say we all have the crosses to bear.
Sometimes people, they mean well, but sometimes people, they make promises they can't keep.
Cardenas goes to her, takes her hands in his, stopping her.
Maria, I want you to know, I know you are a good woman. I am trying to help you here, but people are saying, some people are saying, they say you are the cause of the disturbance outside. They say you are the problem. Do you think you are the problem? I think it's something you need to think about. The people outside, the people you worked with, who are your neighbors, your friends, they are all really scared right now. They are afraid immigration will come for them. Is that what you want? Think about it. You think you will be safe out there? You hear them? You think no one will hurt you? Let's think about it.
Maybe I speak.
The Archbishop has asked that you leave. Maybe that is something that you think about.
Maria goes back to her computer and views her emails, not touching the keyboard. Scene 11, afternoon, sounds of the crowd. A van pulls up. The crowd morphs into barking. A crash and the crowd erupts. Jose and Father Cardenas run out the front door.
Dios
Maria tries
mío.
to follow.
You cannot.
I see Raimundo.
Maria tries to break free from Sister Margaret. Jose and Father Cardenas rush into the room. Jose places Raimundo in Maria's arms. The barking morphs back to an angry crowd.
¿Está bien? ¿Tienes dolor? Where does it hurt?
Cardenas helps Maria to put Raimundo on a bed. Cardenas presses a cloth against Raimundo's throat.
He's bleeding. Get some bandages. Get the witch hazel. Call the clinic. Get the doctor here.
This is not right.
We'll talk about this later.
His life is in danger.
Sister Margaret, the doctor. Seal the window. Make sure no one is trying to get in. Jose, the window!
Father, can you get Raimundo some water?
Realize, Mommy, I'll back.
I know, you is a big boy. A big boy.
Sister Margaret enters with bandages.
Maria, I'm sorry.
I do this.
Maria puts Raimundo to bed. Garcia and Sister Margaret move to a podium.
Why you do this?
Yesterday's attack was a travesty.
Why you make this happen for me?
The work of a few cowards.
What have I done to deserve this?
But yesterday was also the work of one brave boy.
Take this away from me.
A boy who spoke out in the midst of his attack. A boy who, despite the hate and the anger,
Are there others who can do this?
determined to swallow him up, he chose to speak.
Soy una sola persona. I am just a small person, a simple woman.
And we have been inspired by his courageousness.
You are the strong one, full of wisdom.
Mrs. Solis is a mother,
Say something.
trying
Say something.
to keep her family
Say something.
from being torn apart.
Say something to me. Please give me something.
Slowly, the sound of clacks. Temor approaches Maria, perhaps flamenco style.
Tómate una bebida conmigo,
Silencio.
solamente un poquito.
Now you taunt me?
Huh?
Cállate.
Now we're talking.
Cállate la boca.
Maria rushes Temor. Glasses crash. Temor uses the basket as a weapon. They fight, perhaps in a flamenco style fashion. It is the fight of desperation, close and physical, light against dark, as they dance.
There are many more Maria Reyes Solis out there. We know this journey is not easy. Sometimes it is 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And so I ask the government and the church to reconsider, to build a true culture of life here, one that is not relegated to the shadows.
The basket flies out of Temor's hand. The clacks stop, ceasing Maria and Temor's dance. We hear the panting of 2 mortal warriors.
I ask you to go. Now!
Scene 12, church office.
Mr. Garcia has called. He needs to talk to Maria.
I asked him to work with us.
And he wanted you to speak with him.
This is affecting everyone in our parish.
She cannot stop.
We cannot allow the good of one to weigh the good of the others.
She cannot stop Mr. Garcia from speaking.
You think she won't speak for herself? Perhaps you don't know her as well as you think you do.
Has she said she will speak? Before Raimundo was hurt, she was reluctant to speak out. I think this will make her even more reluctant.
She has to leave. You must tell her to take him with her.
She wants to keep him here.
You still put her needs above the needs of the others.
Her needs are the needs of others. Father, why can't you speak?
The Archbishop hasn't stated his...
You didn't wait for the Archbishop in Chicago.
That was a negotiation.
But you didn't wait.
I was mediating. Mediating for the activists. Negotiations were going on for 1 month. They pushed too quickly. They stepped up the protests for the LGBTQ community with their rainbow sashes, and the diocese pushed back. See? Sometimes you can't force. You were going to prepare her. You were going to tell Maria she has to leave. You know what's best for the boy, to be with his mother. You will tell her.
Throw her out?
To take him with her.
Like you were thrown out.
What?
Passed over by Cor Unum.
Cor Unum?
Which you had worked for years.
You are sailing dangerously.
Everything you had worked for, and you couldn't control the outcome.
You need to control yourself and your emotions in this situation. It is your duty, your moral responsibility to tell her the reality of the situation. Tell her tonight at the party.
Shift. Playroom. Maria deals a game of Go Fish out to Raimundo on the floor.
Now remember, you cannot leave any cards behind. Okay. Go.
They fan their cards out.
Do you have any tools?
Tools.
Maria hands one over.
Mommy, I'm getting rid of all my cards. Do you have any queens?
Maria looks through her cards.
Queens, Mommy.
I'm sorry.
Queens?
I wanted to talk to you for a moment.
Mommy.
One moment, cariño. Play for me.
Maria, I need to apologize. I am sorry. I said Raimundo would be safe. I was wrong.
They came, and many more they will come.
I also have been wrong.
They may come in the middle of the night.
I have been wrong about...
So, it don't matter?
I think it does. I don't think it will be a good thing.
I don't understand.
I just... Look at what happened.
See. I see what has happened.
You may anger the crowd more.
But you always say when I come here, I do this. I speak to the people.
I know. Things are different now.
You
Raimundo...
say I should speak.
I don't want any more hurt to come to Raimundo.
Raimundo is my boy.
Maria, I'm asking you, please don't.
Sister, Raimundo, he
You
yelled.
will be arrested.
He yelled.
Maria, I'm asking you.
He yelled back at the crowd.
Please wait for Mr. Garcia. Let them get mad at him.
8 years, sister. You asking me to wait, and Father Cardenas asked me to leave.
What do you mean?
He say the people are scared. And I make a lot of the people scared, and he say the Archbishop say I have to leave.
Maria, we have not heard
But-
from Mr. Garcia.
Father Cardenas say,
Let's hear from Mr. Garcia.
Scene 13. A cut-up birthday cake and wrapped toys, including Jose's present, sit atop a table in the playroom. Raimundo sports a bandage on his throat. Cardenas, Sister Margaret, and Maria sit around Raimundo. Raimundo opens a present.
Look, Mommy, a telescope.
You can't see things if they're close.
It's to see things far.
She begins helping him put it on the stand and look out the window.
maybe we can do this tomorrow.
It's so big.
Maybe we can...
It's Jupiter.
Jupiter?
You'd weigh 200 pounds on Jupiter.
Gravidad.
That's enough. You have to go to bed.
Sister Margaret picks up Jose's gift.
Jose couldn't be here.
Felimundo, it's time.
Let me open it.
It's time to go to bed.
I'm not tired.
Raimundo rips the wrapping off the present.
Jose couldn't be here.
He wasn't feeling good.
It's a Millennium Falcon.
Awesome.
Tiene que vencer la gravedad. It has to overcome gravity to be able to fly.
I think it's time we go to bed. It's light.
Maria begins helping.
I'm not tired.
It's late. Pick up your presents and say thank you. Say thank you.
Raimundo hugs Sister Margaret and Cardenas.
Sister Margaret, I believe Sister Margaret has something to tell you, Maria.
Did you hear from Mr. Garcia?
No, Maria, no. Maria, I want you to know. I want you to know that I will help you in any way with
Sister.
Raimundo that I can.
I know you will, sister. I know you are always here. And I cannot thank you enough.
She hugs Maria.
And you too, Padre.
She hugs Cardenas.
Your reprimand will be on the bishop's desk tomorrow.
What did you say?
Sister,
What did you say to Maria?
that's none of your concern.
I have fought for
And
her.
you consider that as being in end.
What did you tell her?
The truth. That she has to leave.
Without the statement from the Archbishop,
She is making this church dangerous for all of us.
she does not want to speak.
She's changed her tune on that.
When?
She hasn't told you. Her son's injuries have given her renewed purpose.
Because you haven't supported her.
We have harbored her.
Because if you did support her, the PR would be devastating.
You will not exercise your power of attorney.
Maria and I had an agreement.
Which does not represent the church. You are a representative of this church.
She is counting on me.
You made that pact with the devil when you went behind my back.
She has no family here.
What do you want, sister? You want us to take care of her boy? What about all the other families? Can we take in everyone who wants to break the law? Is that what you want?
You don't care about this congregation. You haven't cared about this congregation.
You need to accept.
You haven't cared since you were sent here. It's cor unum. So you could get your bishop points.
That you will not exercise
You're a bump
your
in the
power
road
of
for
attorney.
you.
Need to accept. If you exercise that power of attorney, you will face a transfer. You need to accept this reality. There is nothing we can say or do that will prevent her from being deported, and the son should go with the mother. The family should be together. Our community needs to heal, and that community will not heal until she has left this church.
Sanctuary.
Church and obeys the laws.
I will contact the press, tell them exactly what has been going on
And
here.
how that looks, sister, when you are already being transferred.
Scene 14. Next day, parish office. Garcia prepares himself for the fight with Cardenas. Perhaps it is a bullfight with Cardenas. There is the loud, wet breath of an animal. Garcia starts the pass.
How dare you?
The police have been notified and 2 suspects.
How dare you not let me in?
The situation has been taken care of.
And if the boy had been seriously injured?
Medical help would have been called. Do you have sponsorship?
Your liability.
My liability is my concern. Do you have sponsorship?
Stand up.
What's really going on?
I asked you for restraint.
And I did.
What would you call that statement to the press?
Handling the situation.
I asked you to respect our position.
Garcia reaches into his briefcase and pulls out a report.
You know, I couldn't understand why you were so opposed to her plea for
He
sanctuary.
throws it on the desk.
But this makes a whole lot of sense.
Cardenas picks it up and scans it.
This has no relevance.
You supported gay activists
I headed an arbitration.
who went to church with rainbow sashes
I headed an arbitration committee.
and who refused communion.
The cardinal didn't want that.
But you were open to them. And you spoke
I
up.
headed an arbitration committee.
And your punishment was being placed here.
have sponsorship.
This assignment must have been disappointing.
Do you have sponsorship?
Ordained at St. Vincent de Paul Seminary, a pastor at St. Mark's Rector, president of St. Thomas University. You spoke out, and you were trapped by the system.
Do not attempt to draw parallels with me. The activists in Chicago pushed it too far. We were making progress, and what did they do? They entered the church with even more sashes, pushing it so far, too far. And what happens when you push it too far? You could push back. 6 months of mediation with one action, those rainbow sashes set themselves back 10 years. Is that what you want, Gabriel? To set this movement back like that?
Help her. Now. I mean, talk to the
Gabriel,
Archbishop now. That's...
Do you have sponsorship? Reyes Solis is a fugitive.
She's told ICE exactly where she is.
The government doesn't recognize sanction.
But you do.
Sister Margaret. Take Mr. Garcia to bed.
You have sponsorship? For Raimundo.
Ah, Mr. Garcia.
Garcia hugs her.
¿Cómo está tu garganta?
No me duele.
Oh, claro que no. Él es un gran chico.
He is a big boy. Let's go in the other room. Jose?
Jose motions to Raimundo to get the Lego Millennium Falcon.
I'd like to be alone with my client.
Jose and Raimundo build.
I don't have good news. Now calm yourself. Just be calm for your son. We have spoken to Senator Franklin, and he is, Maria, we have not had much success there. No hemos tenido mucho éxito ahí.
And nobody else will make the sponsorship?
The case is too politically charged. It's too political. Too much TV. It's too difficult for them. Nobody wants to talk about it.
And the judge, my papers?
We talked about this. Once you get your order, your paperwork stops.
But I have waited 3 years and I have worked so hard, Mr. Garcia.
I know you have.
I don't do nothing bad.
Juanita, you need to think. You need to think about what you're going to do next.
I don't do nothing bad. I don't steal, I pay my taxes.
You have to think about. I'm not going to ask about the father. Tienes que decidir si vas a llevarte el mundo contigo, o si vas keep him here in the United States.
There is nothing for me in Mexico.
You have to think about your son.
You are just like the rest of them. Yes. Juno has a child. When you have a child, it means you don't leave your child. I never leave my child. I never want that. Mi madre, one day she leave. She walk out the door and never come back. And after a few months, I think I leave the window open. And when I wake up the next morning, I think maybe she fly in last night. Always in that moment you wake up and you have hope. And then I see the air is what's come in. And When I come here, it is the same. I wake up and I have hope. And I think today is beautiful. And then I remember, maybe today they find me, and today maybe they take Raimundo away from me. But I get up and I go to work. I go to work and I try not to think about it. I try not to think about it. Every day the same for 8 years. And I stay with Raimundo. I think I don't want to be like mi madre.
Maria, I do not want to take Raimundo.
He will not know me.
You are the best judge.
He cannot go back.
It's your decision.
He is an American.
He is your son.
You are like the sister and father.
Maria, that's not fair.
I go, Mr. Garcia. Now, I go. I know what you think. You are like the rest of them. You think I should just go.
Think about the boys.
I think all the time about my son and all the mothers and sons and fathers, and he has, you know, you crossed the border.
See, I crossed the border.
So you know.
And I served the military.
So you,
Yes, I become a citizen. I serve and I become a citizen.
do you think they take me in the army? I do the best that I can, Mr. Gonzalez. You would do the same for your son, no?
You have put him in danger.
They put him in danger.
He's your son. Think about what you're doing to him.
Do you have a son? You do the same.
I had a son. Had. He went into the military like me. He went into a conflict. He went in, he never came back.
Maria goes to her computer and types. Scene 15. Later that night. Sounds of the crowd outside, but more like barking. Loud clicks as Maria looks at her emails.
She risks herself when she takes me to school.
Swoosh.
They have been separated.
Swoosh.
I haven't seen my husband in years.
Swoosh.
So much money on the lawyers.
Swoosh.
They told me no Mexicans could sit there.
Swoosh.
My dad just disappeared.
Maria types faster as the personal stories come flooding in. The emails turn into real people who file past Maria, dancing.
My uncle got stopped by the sheriff.
So much
Much
money.
money on the lawyers.
They told my wife I was a criminal.
Driving without a license. So much money.
A good future.
The
for
lawyers.
I came here to work.
I will talk to your lawyer.
What do I do?
I will email your congressman.
My son thinks I've abandoned him.
I will talk to him.
Please come, speak.
Maria types faster and faster. Temor watches the supplicants.
I question God. I hope to go to law school. I never knew I was undocumented. What if I wake up one day? What if my sister gets left alone?
Maria types.
Please come, speak.
They bark. They start to circle, perhaps in a flamenco fashion.
I cannot.
Please come.
There's no need for that. I just need to explain. The senator will listen.
Please, speak.
We can only talk once a month. We would like to chase our dreams.
We take
Take
three
three
buses. 8
to 10 minutes per call.
It's our families. Why we work for our green and the cars, and the rent and the mortgage.
Temor circles Maria and breathes on her. It is the loud, wet breath of an animal.
And clothes for the little ones.
Please, speak.
I will.
Please.
Yes,
Maria swats. Temor leaps.
I will.
Maria avoids Temor. Temor growls.
I will not give.
Maria avoids Temor's charge.
I will not give in. I will speak. I will write and I will speak and I will shout And I will talk about the way we are treated. I am.
You will
Not be ashamed.
be deported.
I will speak.
Be deported as soon as you speak.
I will speak.
Maria brandishes letters at Temor. Temor resists, but slowly loses strength.
Tomorrow.
Scene 16. Morning. Maria's bag is packed. Raimundo groggy sits on the side of the bed. Maria tries to read the words from the paper. Most of it is in Spanish, but some is in English. She struggles. Sister Margaret locks the community room door. She nods to Maria.
We are marching. We were marching for justice. Justice for our own people. Members of our congregation and our communities. We will not be left alone
I wanna go.
without our families.
I wanna go.
You have to be strong. You have to be strong for Mommy.
Mr. Garcia moves Maria to the back door. Raimundo breaks away, running to the baskets and pulling out a rose. As they open the door, the crowd starts to roar.
Maria! Maria, stop, tranquila.
No, Father.
Think about this.
It is for the best. I am strong for him. He will remember me. Él se acordará de mí.
Raimundo gives her the rose.
Te amo, mi cariño.
Scene 17. Maria hears the crowd sounds turn into the low, wet breath of a dog.
We have to continue to struggle. We have had enough suffering, enough dying in the desert. We have to struggle to give something better for our sons, our daughters, our mothers and fathers, a future dignified.
M4's lock and load. End of play.